Multiple dimensions of corona crisis are unprecedented. How this economic contagion going to be resolved? ChannelIM.com brings to you expert opinion through Discover and Recover. How can businesses brace up during corona time? Evangelist Mr. Nanjunda Pratap shares his views.
Hi. I know total lockdown is just crazy and it's only going to get crazier by the day. My primary thing is about what's next. Where are we headed? Honestly, I don't know how long this is going to take. Will it get over by 15th of April? Will it be end of April, May, June? I have no clue. But I know for a fact that this will get over and we'll all see a day where we have to get started and get moving. And one thing for sure that I know is that it's not going to be that we had a long pause and it's back to the routine. Our routines are going to change. And it's not that because we've just been locked down for so long that it's going to be difficult for us to get back to routine, which is a fact, but I'm not referring to it from that context. This is where we have to think, we have to stop and think, what is in it for an entrepreneur? What is in it for an entrepreneur who's running an MSME, who's got a startup, who's just getting started? See, let's step back a bit before we get to the point of how are we going to handle or what is in it. So what are the immediate situations a startup is most likely to face soon after this, right? Number one, whatever the receivables are, whichever client is to pay, whatever the dues, there's going to be a big question mark. It's very unlikely that receivables will come through. And we both understand that there's already a huge pile up of payables and that has to be attended to. And without the receivables coming in, payables are going to be a challenge. And then getting money from the bank, most unlikely. Let's see if government actually gives out some doles to MSMEs and makes it easier for getting loans. Even though there have always been schemes for banks to be giving loans out to MSMEs, we all know that none of the banks complied to it. And it's always been as difficult to get any credit for an MSME. So that's not going to be a way out. So considering that, what are the options? Right, things are going to get difficult. And is it possible to get more business coming in? I don't think so. It's going to be much more tougher because economy is not just going to be bad in India. Economy is going to be bad all across. So you already have some customers in US or UK or Europe. In all probability, expecting them to clear whatever the payment which is due is going to be a big question mark. And second thing is, whatever the project that were ongoing may not even continue. And even if they do, may not be possible to continue at the same cost. So there are going to be more competition coming in and prices will be squeezed. So continuing in the same pace is going to be a major challenge. So as an entrepreneur, you'll have to take a serious call about what do you want to do next. Should you be continuing every resource that you have with cutting down the cost and trying to get more business and push for receivables? Of course you have to do all of it, but you'll have to take serious call and keeping up with all the staff. You have to seriously count how many you have to retain and how many you have to let go, because it works both ways. No point in trying to make false promise that you cannot meet. So you'll have to take a call soon, probably now, while you're in the lockdown mode. Think about it. What are the costs going to be? Where are the receivables and what is their strength? The client's strength. Whether they will be able to sustain, they'll be able to pay up, they'll be able to continue with. You can even start communicating with them. Start planning. Tell them to plan ahead and you start planning now whether you will have those clients with you even after, whether whatever the receivables you can actually expect from them, and you start looking at what are the other pipeline of businesses, how much of them are likely to come, and take a call how much of resources you should be having. And then start setting an expectation to your resources also that, listen, this is where we are heading. And most important thing right now is to be very transparent and very honest, and not just with your employees, with yourself also. Don't try to fool yourself. This is not a time to be heroic about no matter what, I'll do it. That's exactly the reason why you are an entrepreneur. But what is most essential is to be very pragmatic today.